Hello everybody, it is I, Count Draven Batsworth, your friendly neighborhood bat furry, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad to have everybody here because this is a video I actually just had come right into my head right now as I was drinking a coffee and thinking about some furry videos I wanted to make, and I thought this would actually be perfect because it actually tickles a niche of art and creativity in the furry fandom, and it is a tips video on how I would go about making my persona and how I made my persona, and hopefully the tips that I give to you guys, although they may be similar to others, hopefully I might have something just slightly different. So, you're a furry and you want to solidify your place in the furry fandom by having a persona. That's great! The more personas the better. But sometimes you just don't know how to go about it, or you're worried about the creative process. Well, maybe it'd be easy if I gave you a rundown on how I would personally do it. I guess the first thing to think about when making a persona is to think about what kind of creature you like, or animals you like, and which creatures you think you'd be more comfortable replicating in your persona. For me, it was very easy. Bats. Bats are my most favorite creature in the whole world because they're cute, they are mysterious, they're mischievous, and they have all sorts of different species and traits that I replicate a lot. Sitting in dark areas, foraging, sort of a hive mind, hibernation. I tend to hibernate a lot when it's like really busy summer periods. They hibernate nearer the winter time and they come out. But there's all sorts of interesting facts about all sorts of different bats. You've got obviously pipistrelles, lesser horseshoes, the flying foxes, and my personal favourite, and the one that I modeled my persona based on, the vampire bat. Probably one of the most vicious species of bat, but I just love all bats. For you, it may be something a bit more common, so maybe it's like a dog, a husky, a cat, a fox, a wolf. Or maybe it's a totally made-up creature, like a dragon. There's loads of dragon furs out there. Maybe a totally made-up creature. Or maybe a Dutch angel dragon, something similar to Telephone, or a couple furries I know. There's all sorts of different creatures that you can base your... it could be based on your personality, or maybe you just really like the animal. And it's also based on like what colours you like as well. Because, you know, it's important to make sure that when you're designing a persona, whether your colors, your creation, and your favorite creature will all come together. Sometimes it doesn't matter. Maybe to you, maybe the clash of colors might represent something. And for me, purple, black, red, and yellow represent maybe a dark and light, sort of like red, dark, yellow, light, like two sides to the story, you know? Or maybe you just like blue. I mean, I would say, you know, maybe get inspiration, but that's kind of hard to do because everywhere you look, there's loads of personas that look very similar, and I hope it's not a case of maybe people ripping off other personas, but that has happened a lot, and there's fears, and I was worried about this when I designed Draven. I was worried a lot about people thinking I might be ripping off others, because there's actually loads of bat furs out there that look really, really cool. But I think it's a case of just drawing something that you really like and makes you happy. Give it some variety, give it some character, and to give it like different color and character, some features, really adds to the personality of your persona. So like for me, being a bit more wild with my colors is a way, and even wearing white is another way of being a bit wild with my personality. Normally I would dread to wear things like, you know, bright reds and whites and yellows, but when I was Draven, it doesn't matter because the physical representation of Count Draven Batsworth is he's a dark, mysterious character that's not afraid to be a bit on the wild side or the colourful side. And that's my personality. And if that relates to like writing your bio, then that's maybe the best way to go about it, just based on your personality, or maybe someone you wish to be. Maybe you want to be a totally different kind of person behind the persona. Now, I'm not saying you should go around, you know, causing vandalism, hurting people in Fursuit. You should never, ever, ever do that. Maybe think of a trait that you wish to work on, because maybe a persona might be a good way to unleash a side of you that you probably don't know. I'd also say another addition to designing your persona, whether or not you want to design it in a certain way, is to think about whether or not you want to adapt it to a fursuit. When I designed Draven, first I started with the Fursona, which is important, but I adapted it with the vision in mind that I would eventually adapt it into a fursuit that I could take along with me and wear everywhere I want to, and which is great. But for some people, you either can't afford one, or you don't really feel comfortable wearing yet, or maybe you just don't even want one. That's fine. There's plenty of furries that don't really care about having a fursuit anyway, and that's fine. You don't have to have a fursuit if you don't want to. So if you're happy to design something, you know, that's wild and crazy, go for it. But if you are adapting one for a fursuit, I'd say don't give it too many features. Because remember, you've got to make the damn thing or commission it. And if you're commissioning something that's mentally crazy, who the hell's going to make it? It's going to cost you a lot. And there are some features, let's say, that are just too wild that you're not going to be able to take everywhere. Otherwise, you're either going to suffocate or drag it behind your back. And it's just going to be more hassle than it's really worth to make. But as I said, if you're just making a persona just for comics and nothing else, go for it. Obviously, don't make a Mary Sue, but that goes without saying. And lastly, the only other thing I would say is have fun with it, but also be respectful. Remember that the furry fandom is supposed to be a fun, inclusive place for all, and we should all be able to share our love and enthusiasm with each other without feeling ostracized or scared, or feeling like we have to treat others any differently. We're all here for, you know, welcomeness and inclusiveness, so, you know, let's all remember to just have a really good time with our fursuits and just enjoy each other's company and make a world of harmony. Which sounds crazy for a gothic bat like me to say, but you know what? Wearing this thing makes me happy, so I'm going to share that happiness with you guys. So, have you learned anything from this video? Or have I just rambled about something that maybe other people have said? I mean, given I've made, you know, I've just started making videos, I probably just repeated what other people have said. Maybe I did say something new. But what about, do you have any tips maybe you want to share, or how did you make your persona? Please leave a comment. I need more comments on my videos, and I love reading, love hearing from people, so please let me know what you guys think. If you like this video and want to see more, be sure to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to check out my social medias right here, Twitter and Instagram. I've also got on Amino if you want to follow that too. I can't really say much else, honestly. Until then, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see all you fuzzbuds soon. Ta-ta! Bye-bye! See you later! I've not thought of an outro, so I'll just say bye!